Alright. That better? Is that better? God, this second thing. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Give me a second. I press play because God, I can't start. I'm so out of flow. I don't know, yo. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Slim Shady. No, my name is Jeff. I'm a wizard. Welcome to my channel. I want to do a pick a card, talk about addictions, help you. I don't want to help you quit your addictions. I want to help you be a better at it. You know, healthier, easier, more economical, more efficient. Help you manage with these things a little bit, especially during times of Corona. Maybe the weather is doing something funky. Maybe you can't get to the things that you normally like to get to. We all have addictions. We all have addictions, like every person, okay? I think we have to stop stigmatizing addictions. I think we just have to rename it as in things we like to do to get by, okay? Anyways, that's enough of the intro. Here are your 4 bundles to choose from. I already did this yesterday. We have 4 piles. Take a second, choose the stack of cards that appeals to you, that stands out to you. Then go to the timestamps description box and click the corresponding blue link, and that would magically take you to your message. And then we will talk a little bit, and then you're gonna feel better, I'm gonna feel better, hopefully. Jesus, because I started doing this yesterday, and I did group 1, and I was happy with it, but then the camera died. And then I was like, okay, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then today I went out into the city and I came back, and my God, am I angry. I just punched the couch for no reason, like a lot. I got really snippy at the cat and at myself. I was just throwing like stuff, but like nothing big, just like really angry. I don't know why, but maybe it's because I'm stuck in this reading halfway or something, and it's just a lot. I think it is, but somehow I don't know what the difference is, because I came back, I felt so good. I had my stuff, and also finally the garbage truck that came for the paper, because it's like only once a month, and I've been missing it for always. So I finally caught it, and I was assertive enough to ask the guy to help me out, and then I just like undid 7 huge boxes full of paper. So that felt good, and I came inside and I was like, oh, like happy, yay, I'm doing it, blah, 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 blah. And then my mood just dropped. And I think it was because I saw everything here lying around. So let's do it, guys. Let's get me through this. I hope I can help you out a little bit. And if you're still here, I'm sorry for that rambling. And I will see you at your group. I hope this reading helped you. Have a nice day. Bye. Hello, group 1. Welcome to your message. I told myself I'd like get out the cards, immediately start talking, because you were stuck in this message. And then I didn't. I adjusted the camera. I did the little setup here. I started thinking about other things, about the music. Group 1. What a message. Okay. However, yesterday I was very on track here. So let's start by showing you your cards. I'm not going to put a picture up because I started with 4 cards and then I pulled 3 extra cards. I almost never pull extra cards. I had to pull 3 extra cards, but I'm getting here. I have these demon cards. Oh damn it, I forgot to show you the cards. Okay, anyways. I'm a mess. I'm sorry. There's a cat. She's also been very annoying today. Stalling again, what is wrong? Okay, I need to take this seriously for a second, because it feels really big. For me, at least. I have these two beautiful demon cards, and let me think for you guys to show it this way. That's better. They came upright, okay? But I'm gonna show you like this because there's a lot of information here and the really cool cards. In tarot, we have this King of Pentacles and this Two of Pentacles. Demonology-wise, we have Berith and Ammon. And Ammon is, by the way, linked to the Greek god Ammon-Ra. So there is a link there. And there are different versions of him, and he always has to do with reconciling friends, reconciling the past, and it has to do with love, but also there was a cool sentence that it said, who induces to eagerness, induces love from others, hate for those they love. I love that. So mysterious, but I like it's about love that is not here at this time. Do you feel me? He's about love from the excuse me, Ammon. He's about love from the past and getting the love in the future, not in the present. And it also says here on the cards, this Berith guy, the King of Pentacles, is about past, present, and future. And this Ammon guy is about the past and the future. Okay, so that's an important thing to know. They were both the upside down. How do I put this? You have a King of Pentacles, and that is our money guy. He's in charge. He is I always call him the CEO. But maybe that's not entirely... No, I should not confuse him with the Queen of Pentacles. The point of the King of Pentacles is that he's in charge. He's the authority. And he has the means, and he has the comfort, and he has... how do I say this? The material side of things, you know? But I really want us to focus on not luxury or, like becoming successful. I want us to focus on the basis, a roof over our heads, food, clothing, going to the barber, basic necessities. He's the authority of basic necessities of our day-to-day safety and comfort, okay? In this story, that's what our King of Pentacles represents. Now, in this group here, including me, so us, I want to put it as general as I can, that because I think, it appeals to a lot of people in different ways. In the past, this King of Pentacles, this authority over safety and comfort and maybe fun, joy, joy in that sense, because if you have comfort and you can spread your wings in that regard without much worry or fear, that is a big part of everyday joy, you could say, in a small way. In a small way, it doesn't have to mean like, I can go buying clothes for hundreds and hundreds of whatevers. No, it means I can look at things and I can maybe think about going on a holiday, and I maybe can think about buying a new car because I would have the means some really basic. In our past, in your past, there was a lack of this or a misuse of this. A lack or a misuse or both. Okay, let's not go into that too much because that's a wound we don't have to reopen again. And that's the whole point of this message here. Because of this past, all right? You have a bad past, which is influencing your present. And most of all, and this is what I want you to think about, is what is mostly damaged is your future. And most, in the sense that your vision of it, the way you look at the future, your expectations are not good, or are damaged, or are malfunctioning. I don't want to be too fatalistic about it, because you can fix it. You can fix it. It's just that with your logic, with your understanding of the world, with what you've experienced, the future is not fun. So that is painful. The future is painful. And an expression I learned once that I don't know where I got it from is expectation is a form of memory. Expectation is a form of memory. You feel me? And an important concept there is that or something that I try to refocus myself on, because that's where a lot of the work comes in. When you're manifesting, when you're healing yourself, when you're bettering your life, it is by improving the narrative in your head, by improving the way you expect things to be and how you anticipate them and what you value for yourself, because all of these things improve the way you look at the future. And guys, the most fundamental thing about our human experience is the Oedipus story. It is the self-fulfilling prophecy. The self-fulfilling prophecy. What you focus on is where you are going. That is just like a law of physics almost. Where your eyes are going, where your brain is focusing on, that's where you are going, where you're redirecting everything to. It's also what you're training yourself to be better at, right? That's an important part of it. When you're focused on things, you're also training yourself how to better focus on that and how to improve that, okay? Sidetrack, but that's a key thing here is you need to improve your expectations. And you improve those expectations, and this is another key here, is by being in the present. Okay, that's what you're missing. You are stuck right now in the past and the future. If you want to admit it or not, even if you're, and that's not a bad thing, right? I mean, that's not a, of course it's bad. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're not already fixing it, that you're not already doing steps to heal this. I mean, okay? I'm just trying to get us on the same page actually more with this, like in the story. So I'm not actually saying you're still stuck in this, you're still doing super bad in this, or this is affecting you so much, all right? But this is a story you need to hear, and to get us on the same page, let's say right now you are stuck in the past because of your bad experiences, and that means you can't help that, right? That means that you are still suffering from the consequences right now from the past. So the past is still influencing your present in a negative way, and you can't help that. You have to cope with that. There we go. That's why our addictions come into play. Or you have to work hard to get over that. But even if you are working hard and you're being super positive to get over something from the past that is still affecting you today, that means that you are still not doing what you want to do, really, right? Okay, so that is, and you can call it what you want. We all have to deal with it, and everybody has their struggle, blah, blah, blah. It's still painful. It still gives us sadness. It gives us anger, okay? And that's what we have to just accept. It sucks. It's shit. It's not our fault. We have to deal with it. But we, and we will, and we are. But that doesn't mean we're not angry. That doesn't mean we can't have these emotions about it. That doesn't mean it's not affecting us. And that doesn't mean that we do not have to cope with it. It's not because you understand what happened in the past. It's not because you took the steps to fix it that you don't have to deal with the emotional consequences. And I want you to understand that goddamn well. If you break your leg, okay, and you get it fixed, and you get damages, whatever, you're still at home dealing with the pain and having to heal for months. before you can continue your normal life. Okay, so you have to cope, and while you're healing that leg, and if you're taking painkillers, if you're taking maybe something to help you relax or sleep because you're very restless or you can't move, or something like that, nobody's gonna judge you, right? Nobody's gonna say it's time to quit that painkiller addiction that is developing here. No, because you're still healing. Before you can say you have an addiction and even start, like really call it that, you have to you have to say, oh, actually, I'm still healing. So this thing I'm doing to cope, it's not an illogical thing to do, and it has a function. And why would I not ease the pain when I can? That's where our group 1 here is doing. Okay, we are healing our future by working hard in the present to be better at this. And I think we all know here that's about self-care. That's about doing the small steps every day, learning to invest in yourself. And for us here, that is difficult in different ways. We all have different ways where we maybe are very good at this and where we are very bad at this. But for me, it's I can help it, but it becomes very tricky. Just the basic stuff for myself: eating every day, sleeping, relaxing, being kind to myself, but also like giving myself safety and making sure I don't have to worry. In these things, I still fundamentally go do missteps, like I fuck up and disappoint myself, and I have to deal with those consequences. I have to deal with not feeling safe. I have to deal with feeling worried or just not happy because when I'm like facing maybe months where I'm just financially broke, and that brings a lot of, it puts a very painful light on the future again, because it just, when you don't have money to spend, you start thinking more about the future and you want to plan more, and you're thinking, how am I going to get out of this? But suddenly all those things you want in the future have to take a step back or step down, and priority shift. And after a while, the way you look at the future becomes more and more painful. And it's not that you don't lose hope, it's that you it's disheartening, it's just losing, because we don't know, right? We don't know better. Like, we're trying everything we can here, maybe to improve our present and improve the positive outlook we have. Because a reminder here, it's the lack of positive outlook. It's the lack of a sort of investment that will pay off. But even if we do it, that's a lot, I think, for some here, and for me, that's where a weird thing in my head is maybe, it trips me over, because I always I ramp up really well. I do these everyday investments for myself, like starting to eat healthier, more vegetables, starting to run maybe, or do some routine-wise activity and take control of things and pay my bills. That all goes fine for a while, but then everything plummets again, because maybe I have a month where I have to, my paycheck gets held for a month for some reason, or I have to pay unexpected bills, and suddenly I can't invest as much in healthy food or something as I want, and it just makes me feel down and bummed out, and it really and also it makes you anxious and very stressed out. And then I realize at the end of the evening, like, oh yeah, I need to move, but actually my muscles are already hurting and I'm so hungry. And you just suddenly it's a downward spiral again. Why was I saying that story? Because, oh yeah, it's because of the inability to invest in little things right now, to start investing in yourself right now. The inability to do that is hurting you, because then you look at the future and you look at the things that you want to do and want to have, and you see that you're not unable to do the steps towards them, and that sucks. Okay, all of that to say we're coping here, okay? And I don't care how the fuck you're coping with it. You're coping with that and acknowledging that you're in pain and that you're coping and that there's like shit, is gonna help already. You don't have to run away from the pain anymore, or from these ideas anymore, if you understand it. If you look at the beast, you don't have to really run away from it anymore, and you're gonna feel the pressure to use or to cope drop a lot more, okay? Still doesn't make it easier, because that's a bit what it's about. It's like just sort of looking at it and saying like, oh gosh, I'm a bit depressed about that, I don't know if it's what is wrong anymore, or if what I'm doing wrong, or what I can do better. If you're just a bit lost in that, that's fine. That's fine. I think we've covered these bottom cards here. These are just the full tarot cards. This is our Saturn. Yeah. Okay. Look, I think I've covered a lot of the things that are important, how to get out of this. And this is a beautiful card here. This 5 of Wands. This is what you're doing. This is what you have to do. Okay. You have to actively fight. And that means by actively every day just trying, and look, I have to do this, and I'm still doing this, and it's a fight, but it's something that I'm slowly becoming a lot more stronger at, just willpower wise, by even when I'm as depressed as fuck, to say, drink water. Jeff, drink water now. Take vitamin C. Take that shower, even when I'm not doing it for a couple of days. No, take that shower, clean up, and even when you drop everything, every other good thing, and you become really bummed out about that, I'm still there's this battle cry. There's a battle cry that you have to feel inside, okay? And you have to, and this is the hard part here, guys, you have to trust. And believe me when I say that, even when you're failing even to drink water or sleeping, keep trying, and you'll see that slowly you're winning this fight, okay? It's freaking hard sometimes, okay? So that's where I always go wrong, is the self-blame and the self-hurt and the self-anger for fucking up. I start blaming myself, and then I have to say, but I've stopped. I've learned to just stop that fight and say, that doesn't matter. I deserve to. It doesn't matter, even if I am guilty of that, even if I fucked up, even if I did it all wrong, that still doesn't mean that right now I shouldn't be trying to take care of myself, because I wouldn't do that to another person. I wouldn't say, now, because you're all guilty, you deserve to suffer now. Maybe, stop that argument, because that's what is then freezing you up. It freezes you up to actually just do these little things, and maybe drinking some water and doing 2 stretches. Maybe it's oh, whatever, what's that gonna do? That doesn't do much, and that doesn't help any of my problems, but it does, because small things here and there just keep on chipping away, keep on fighting, okay? And expect yourself to gonna fight back, and that's okay, because when you fight back, you're gonna be there and say, I understand you. It's okay. I feel your pain. I know you don't want to sleep right now. I know you don't want to eat. I know you're angry and upset. But I'm gonna keep putting a plate of food in front of your nose every day, okay? Even if you don't eat, I'm gonna keep putting it in front of your nose, and I'm gonna keep doing my best and be there for you. You don't abandon yourself, okay? Never abandon yourself. Even when you're just the worst person in the world and you are hurting yourself and you want to hurt yourself, you're still there for you. Say like, I get it. Because I know you. I get it. You're not... We all deserve to be understood, okay? Because everything has a reason, and when we do things that seemingly seem to just fuck us up, it has a reason, okay? And you have to keep trying to understand yourself, because you're trying to cope, okay? You're trying to cope. And it's a long and a hard battle, and it gets very lonely. So that's why, and trust me, I've had to keep learning this, and it's only now that I'm starting to feel that this becomes a solid part in me, you know, that this has become like slowly a parent role that I've started to learn, or a grown up part in me that just, or a wiser part that just that I've, and it's weird because it does become a feeling of safety. Like you do start to feel like this part of you says like, I got you, I got your back. And there's this voice inside of me that says like, don't worry, if it fails, I got you, I'll be there, we'll fix it, I'll fix it. And I slowly start to trust that, and that becomes solid, okay? And just keep going and you'll win. Oh, that's a beautiful saying I just learned yesterday from, damn it, I wrote it down somewhere. I think I learned it from Parks and Recreation, Leslie Knope, from Mary Pickford. This thing we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. This thing we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. So get up. Yeah. Keep getting up. Oh my God, I could explain these cards really well. And I just want to show you the star card that's here, which means you are on the right path, okay? There's no such thing as getting off the path and not being able to get back on it, okay? There's not such thing as having fucked up that you can't get back on the path. You've missed the boat, you've lost it, no. That's not a thing, okay? That's just you being on pause. This is this trust. This is just knowing this is my path, okay? And that's another thing that you need to know, like God or your whatever higher source or the natural order of things, you know, or let's say like if you let's say the future version of you or something comes back to help you, all right, and it is helping you. Let's say that there's a future version of you that is on a mission to get you somewhere, or let's say God. Like, just know that it understands you. It knows you better than you know yourself. So it would never ever be upset with you or disappointed or think that you failed, because it just, and if you feel like you're being put in front of impossible decisions, or that it's really unsure or doubtful, then know that you understand yourself. So you will never put yourself in that position. You will always, you will make sure that there's help for you, that there's trust the plan, and trust yourself. And that has to build, okay? Because nobody's gonna blame you for not having that trust, because, like, remember, that's the problem where we are. The not having the trust in the future, in yourself, in the plan, is what is causing a lot of pain in the present, together with maybe still dealing from consequences. So that's the issue here. So that's slowly something you have to fix, okay? And emphasis on slow, because no matter how many strides forward you make with this, how many big breakthroughs, it's an up and down thing, okay? So even if you go like up, expect like, and it's just in a natural way, it's not gonna be in a horrible way if you just understand it. If you, the days that you do not so well, the days that you just regress suddenly into an older version, or you go really heavy into the addictions, that's normal. That's a normal cadence, a normal natural order, pattern. The way up is not, is never ever in a straight line, okay? Never ever in a straight line. Oh, Cancer is very important here. Our Cancer friend, spirit. Cancer. Okay, and I just want to put a little stone here for us to finish the reading, because I brought me a little box. I thought it would calm me down. I wanted to do it in the beginning. Just a little stone here. Oh, yeah. This is what you need. Super logical. Aquamarine. Or turquoise stones would be really nice. Anything in this color, anything in this turquoise color blue will help you. Okay, this is all about miracles. This is what I wear when I want something good to happen, to look forward to. And for some reason, I really believe it. When I wear my turquoise ring, I'm like. How do I say this? I don't know. I want the like this a bit of wish fulfillment, or something cool to appear, and it's especially in the looking forward to it, and in the anticipation of it, and it strengthens me. That let's say that I'm in a good mood and I'm really like hoping for things in the future, and I see them and I'm like yeah, I want it, and wearing this then helps me combat any like negative voices that want to bring me down, or this anxiety of this. It's like wearing an amulet against that, and saying like pushing it back. It's like yeah, it's coming. Like, don't worry. It's just, and then it's like a good trick, a good hack. Turquoise is whack. Maybe I should leave it out there. Oh no, there's the ring. Hello. I'm gonna put that on. Oh no, I put it in my left hand usually, because then receiving, left. Okay, class, that's it. Dismissed. That was a heavy message. I warned you. Damn, I'm glad I got through that. My work is done. Like, share, and subscribe if you think anybody would benefit from this message, or I hope it helped you. And please share in the comments your experience, or what you think, or if you have advice to give about this, please share. I need to learn. We all need to learn. Have a very good day, and I hope you feel better. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Hey, how are you? Whew. So, I looked at your cards, and I'm very happy that it's not a heavy message as in Group 1, because that was a brick wall to fly through. Yes, I can fly. Okay, that's nice. Our samurai sword here, just gonna put it open Feeling sharper. Ooh, put it on the stone. Yeah, that looks good. No, okay. Whatever. Jesus. It's important. Shut up. Okay, kind of fits your message. Look. It's way more, it's actually good. It's actually a really nice message here. And very easy. I got here our two demons. We're using demon cards. Figures, right? But basically I have here the sun and the, what was it? Or the ace of wands. Yes. The sun and the ace of wands. But they were upside down, but I don't think they were supposed to be, or it, I don't read these cards upside down because it has so much text on it, so it's a bit difficult now. Anyways, our sun. Very good. Makes one rich, smart, well-spoken, gathers spirits at tombs and changes the places of the dead. The sun. Underneath, I have our Queen of Pentacles. Very good card. This is telling me that in one way or another you are well-to-do, or you are in comfort. You have means. Doesn't mean you're rich. Doesn't mean that you're having that much luxury or anything. It means that you have some room, some wiggle room, some comfort, or let's say you have choices where to put your investments. No, actually, group 2. This is actually talking about indulgence a little bit. So I'm gonna put it in a bit more maybe triggering sense. Is like, no, you're in a place to indulge or enjoy your what you've earned, or you know, it's your choice how to spend your money. It's your choice what you do with your time. Oh, that's a good point here. It could be an abundance in time. Could be that you have a lot of time right now, okay? You have a choice in where to spend your resources and you are spoiling yourself, okay? Or you're doing something that like you're choosing to do that in one way or another, and that is nice for you and it's cool. And you're enjoying yourself, or there's nothing wrong with that. Let's just put it that way. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, however, it's time for level 2, guys. Group 2, level 2. It's time for you to level up, okay? I have here this really cool guy, Azazel, choose one. And it says, teaches holy secrets, instructs how to make weapons, and the art of seduction, okay? So, and then I have this Prince of Cups, or Knight. That's a Knight in this deck of Cups. So there's a guy on this Swan speed cruiser racing forwards. Okay, so let's say that's what you're doing right now a bit. Let's say you have some money, you have time, you have resources, and you kind of are following your emotions a little fast, like a little quickly, fiery. You're just like, yeehaw, let's go, and I don't know. Spending that money, I'm like this. I'm very bad at it. It feels different for me. It feels more like I have a long to-do list of things that I want to do, and then when I get the resources, I just quickly know where to spend it. That's the excuse I'm using. Okay. But our Azazel guy here is saying that group 2, we have to accept our next upgrades, and it's telling us, okay, now group 2, it's time that let's use this queen here. We got a basis here, and that's important. You have a fundament here to build something on, and it's time that we teach you the secrets. The universe is trying to teach you some secrets here. It's trying to teach you something big. It's saying that, look, listen to me. If we redirect these resources we have a little bit, shift them to the left or the right, or hold on a little bit more, and that's what's been important for me, just to hold on. It's not a big to-do. I don't have to make big plans or investments, although I keep torturing myself with Bitcoin, and I have zero interest in trying that anymore, and I've tried enough, and people keep discouraging me about it, and I have no idea why I should be thinking, but I keep like seeing the sign, and it's frustrating me. Sorry, that was a personal little anecdote there. I just needed to get that out because you know, like it's suffering in silence. Every time I see a Bitcoin, I get anxious, I get panic attacks, and I'm still talking about it. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. I think I have a ghost, by the way. Like I was talking about that I see the name Joanne a lot, and then this friend told me like, oh, maybe it's a ghost, and now I'm stuck with that. I think I have a ghost, and her name is Joanne, and she wants me to buy Bitcoins. Please, I'm like, please still listen to me. Please still subscribe. Azazel here is gonna teach you some secrets, some plans, some. Oh fuck! Now I really think I need to look back into it. Okay, back to you. Get ready for level 2, and okay, this is what you need to hear. Maybe that's gonna help you out. Is you haven't been doing it wrong. Okay, this is not the message, and I think you've been getting that message, and I think that's maybe what you're keeping yourself stuck with is saying. I should have done that, or I should have been doing that, or oh, if I only had been putting my money there or my time there, I could have had this already. I'm already behind. You know, you're maybe in that sort of energy, but you're wrong. You're right on track, and now you're ready. You are ready to implement the next phase in the plan, and you're getting the next instructions, the next secrets, and you need to be open to it. Okay, and that means that maybe choosing to spend your resources differently than what you've been doing now. Okay, and that ties into the addictions maybe, because I think for this group it's emphasizing that a part of the addiction, you know, it's still a word that I don't like to use here because it's just the thing that you've been using a lot, or the thing that you've been doing a lot. Okay. It has been more a sense of, let's say, luxury here, or a comfort, or just something you've been spoiling yourself, and that's fine. That's good. Because now you're ready. I think you're ready because you're reaching a point in a lot of these, or in the things that you've been doing a lot. You're reaching a point where you're kind of just bored with it. You kind of are not. Bit over it. You're getting over it. And that's healthy. And that means that and you need to follow that. There's something better. There's something that's gonna make me feel better. And I'm getting the instructions how to get there. So I need to be open to it. Yeah. Guess I'm Googling how to do Bitcoins again later. I don't want to. Maybe it means something else. Maybe it's not the actual, like, getting it. Maybe it's the... No, I got nothing. Please help me, group 2. I think that was your message. I hope you understood me here. Oh, let me just pull one more card because it told me to get the deck out, and now I don't know why. Let's see here. I still shuffled from last night, so one more message from group 2. Oh. Knight of Swords. That's cool because we got like don't beat our knight of. Oh no, what? Ritter. Oh no, okay. Need to be careful. So this was our knight, and Ritter here is a king. A king of swords. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Although it's emphasizing sort of fast action here or being swift, no, it's more cutting through. Why is it? I don't like it. I kind of want to be lazy and like relax in it. Oh, fly above. Okay, this is maybe an interesting perspective it's calling us to. Okay, so we kind of get the message here, don't be this impulsive, emotional, stop following your basic instincts or your first reactions. Basically, be more like a king of swords and see the big picture. Maybe dare to plan ahead a bit more. Maybe dare to think a bit more. And what I saw cool is I see these swallows here. Like for me, it's 3 swallows, which is implying kind of happiness. Yeah. That's a very good trick. That's a very good important message. This is the magic part. This is just a good magic trick. Only make moves in this. Only really think about this and be serious about this when you're in a very happy state. When you're happy, when you're feeling good, when you're feeling confident, then you need to try to get this King of Swords on, okay? If not, the only mission when you're not happy, when you're not doing well, when you're just tired, okay? Even if it's weeks on end, your only mission is to just try not to be so impulsive. Try not to just be buying stuff nilly-willy or using nilly-willy because things are shit. Try to be a little bit more ahead of that, but when you're happy, that's when you need to make plans and think about Bitcoins. And that's when inspiration will strike. That's Abraham Hicks. That's just basic good manifesting. Only be wishing for stuff, be asking for stuff from the universe, or be making plans when you're feeling good, when you're happy. Don't make plans from an anxious place, from when you're sad, from when you're panicked. That's you only have to try to just not be reactive in what you do with that, with your resources. Okay? Yeah, that's a perspective thing. Just these swallows. Remember these swallows. When you see the swallows, that's when you can fly above it and really feel like a King of Swords and say, that's where I'm gonna go. And also another last tip is, when you do follow those impulses and later on you doubt them, trust the ideas you had when you felt good. Trust the inspirations you had when you were feeling on it, when you were on fire, when you felt very confident, when you felt like this is the best idea ever. Trust that in the future. That's how you will know what was right and what was wrong when you doubt it all, okay? Then you can say, oh, I took a decision out of fear there and out of guilt or out of shame. That's not what I need to follow. I took a decision there out of happiness and out of pure, the spark of joy, or and watch that movie Soul. I watched that yesterday, before that, and I cried, and it was amazing. It's an amazing movie. Watch Soul. Thank you, Group 2. That was your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you around. Have a very nice day. Bye. The cat is here, by the way. Very close. Woo. Bye. Yeah, she's bored because of the snow. Can't go out. Yeah. Bye. Hey, Group 3. I got your cards. Okay. Very clear what's going on here. I'm just gonna say that because I don't know what's beyond that yet. Your demon cards. We're using demon cards. What we've got here, basically the world and the 7 of Pentacles. Upside down. But focus more on what's on the picture here. Look how this guy has got this beautiful creature on a leash. Restraint. Then I have the 7 of Pentacles, and it says underneath, it's about Naberius. Teaches art, sciences, and rhetoric. Restores lost honors and dignities. And then this is important. Takes honor and dignity from others. This was upside down. So you get this restraint here, and this demon taking dignity and honor from you. Then your Thoth tarot cards, to clarify. Underneath the world, I have the sun in reversed. So first it's like, ooh, the world positive, but we're in an addiction video, so I cooled my jets, and then I got this. Yeah, let's basically call it the depression card. The sun upside down, joy, no joy. To clarify that, so the world. You're being restrained, you're being held, somebody's taking honor and dignity from you, and then we have here our justice card, I think, in the Thoth, but here it doesn't matter because this card is called in German Ausgleichung, but the English equivalent is adjustment. It's upside down, and that just reaffirms this guy here because it's a clarifier. Takes honor and dignity, some adjustment. So somebody is adjusting you. Okay, so you're being restrained. Somebody is being controlling you. Somebody's adjusting you. Somebody's, I think it's judgment more. Somebody's judging you. Somebody, and okay, so that's the story here in these 4 cards. Could be happening now, could be happening that you don't even realize it yet, could be emotional, it could be energetically, could be spiritual, could be things from the past that are still affecting you. This could be the aftermath of what somebody did to you, okay? This could be mental change that people are keeping you in by talking you down or silence by not saying anything at all. People could be causing this. No matter what the story is, because let's not go into that. That's not the message here. The point is, it's happening, it's happened, you're suffering from it. And look again at this card, like this card. This picture says it all for me. And then it's weird because I want to show you the picture of what my brain sees in these 3 cards, but I can't. Teleportation. Somebody's adjusting you. That's like a very good word here. It's an adjustment. Somebody with authority maybe could be opposing you. Anyways, you're under oppression. So that's the reason why you are feeling bad, and not just feeling bad, because that's okay. That's the point that I think that I feel suddenly a lot of passion about is even when somebody's lying to you, even when people are just maybe not encouraging you, or maybe when they are oppressing you in any way or form, and it could seem very minor, it could seem very innocent, but the effect it has on us is not to be underestimated. And I know this myself, and I know this from also like working psychiatry. The physical effects of emotional abuse, or of just the physical effect of emotions in general, is completely underestimated still. It is unbelievable. And we don't realize it, but our bodies are suffering. And it's weird how we are in relationships and suddenly we start getting these body problems, and some it's just like ulcers or constipation, back aches, neck aches, nerve problems like tingling in your arms, bad skin, vision problems, hearing problems. People go deaf almost literally, right? Because they refuse to hear. It's like your body, you can't make it more clear. It's like if you're not going to use the ear, then whatever. Like we underestimate how far these effects go. And I think what's important here is that if we take that in mind, and okay, this is like a principle, like in medicine, that I often have to like take in mind when you're treating patients. Let's say with corona right now, you have somebody who has a cough. That's a classic sign of corona. That means that you likely have the disease, right? And if you have it, if you test positive and you're coughing, then while you have the cough, you are still contagious, okay? So you have to wait until this cough is completely clear. That's just how it goes with COVID right now. But the point is that, let's say you have these coughs get really, really bad and they keep you up all night and nothing seems to work, then your doctor might prescribe codeine or something, how do you say it, morphine-wise, like from that family. Painkillers, because, not because of they kill the pain, because that's not the effect that you need there. It's because those are one of the only medications that can suppress the cough reflex, okay? Because the cough syrups and all other kinds of stuff, they may soften the airways or may smooth it out a little bit more or dampen the irritation. But if the irritation is there and you have the reflex, only like codeine can suppress that a little bit. So let's say you take codeine and you don't cough as much anymore. You can't say that you're not coughing anymore, because you're taking something that is suppressing the actual urge to cough. And also keeping in mind that the coughing is your body's natural mechanism of getting the virus or the infected cells out, or maybe the material, the slime that comes from your body trying to get it out. You know, that's a natural reflex that our body has to get it out. So when, let's say you're coughing up slimes, taking codeine would be a very bad idea, because your body's actually just trying to get this stuff out, and you're saying, why don't you stop doing that? But they usually then use it, but they shouldn't, because it's not standard practice. I mean, it happens a lot, but it's not something you would describe very quickly, only in certain cases when you see that a patient is lying all night awake from this irritation, because that's what happens is if you cough a lot or very roughly, you could hurt your back of your throat, you could hurt your airways, and that causes irritation because it's hurt, and then you're coughing for irritation you caused by coughing. So that's a cycle you want to get out of, right? Enough medical lessons here, but that's to say you need to apply those sort of mechanisms to what you may be doing in your situation. So let's say you need to recognize first where you are applying maybe these addictions then, or maybe even unknowns to you, certain tricks to cope with the pain or to dampen the pain, or it's more like ease discomfort. How are you easing discomfort in with a blind spot, you know? Like, it's okay if you say like, oh, I have pain and I have discomfort, I'm gonna fix that comfort, that's fine. But there are areas here where you're fixing discomfort and you don't realize it anymore. It's become automatic, it's become just the way it is for you, or a normal thing. Let's say, you know, a small example that's not a bad thing, but say coffee. Coffee is a weird, funny thing, is because when you drink coffee every day, it doesn't help anymore. It's more like when you're drinking coffee, when you don't drink coffee, so you stop, you get a deficit. So you need coffee to get back to normal. But it's a sort of okay. Calm your tits. So you start drinking coffee, and that has an effect, the caffeine, and everything in our body has a feedback mechanism. So let's say that suddenly you're pushing the active button a lot in your brain, so you feel awake. That has a feedback loop. So it causes your body to stop giving the natural impulse to push that wake button, because it's already happening a lot. So it's like you get the push. The wake button gets pushed, and suddenly when you drink coffee, this is happening. Your body gets that message and saying like, whoa, slow down. So it starts negatively sending messages, or like stop sending the message to push the on button. So then when you stop, like that happens when you drink coffee regularly, right? So then when you stop drinking coffee, you take away the coffee signal, and your body is already sending it less, because it says like, oh, you get coffee, so I don't need to do that. So suddenly this goes really down and you feel really tired. So you need the coffee to get it back up again, right? But if you would just wait, if you would just like be tired a couple of days, your body's gonna send that signal again, because your body's gonna notice like, oh, it's down, we need to upregulate that again, and it's gonna get back to normal. That's just sort of the feedback mechanism for a lot of, almost everything in your body as this feedback. It's an important concept, because that's maybe what's happening here in some way or another. Let's say, remember where we started. We're starting with oppression, depression, somebody, like things influencing you. It could even just be that you are experiencing a lot of health problems. Okay. So that means that we have to remember that, let's say, when we stop doing things that give us comfort, where we feel discomfort, the experienced discomfort that comes is gonna be worse than it is. It's gonna feel worse. When you stop taking pain medication that you've been taking for a long time, suddenly you feel the pain a lot more, because it's all a balance in your body. So suddenly you take the break away, and then but it's a perceived, it seems worse than it is. And you need to remember that if you wait, your body has a way to self-regulate and to self-adjust these things. So you have to kind of realize that. But most of all, let's say that you, because this is important. These emotional things can affect us a lot. Let's say that you're in an unhealthy relationship, or you're in an unhealthy situation, in any ways, or in a very, very stressful situation. After a while, this is going to have an effect on your body, and it's going to start small and small and small. And you're going to start to cope with that. And those things also build. So after a while, you're coping a lot more than you're realizing, and you never, ever, ever are realizing that underneath that is an effect of the stress you're having. Now, that doesn't mean that if you realize that, it's like, oh yeah, my body is suffering from this bad thing that is happening to me. That doesn't mean you can immediately fix that. However, realizing these things, these mechanisms, it's like once you see it, you step outside of it. Once you see the loop, you step outside of it and you see it, and you're going to become smarter at it, and you're also going to refocus your attention to the cause more and more. Because it doesn't mean that it's not because you can't fix the cause immediately that you should stop trying. Okay? If something is causing you pain, you need to cut it off, or you need to start planning to get away from that, or to do something about that. Okay? But the first part is seeing it, and I think here it's even more of a, it's more of a, not even more, but another way of looking at it. I get lost. Sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, no. That let's say you do know this is going on. That somebody, maybe, like a relationship situation, or your family, or maybe your living environment is causing you discomfort and pain, and you're dealing with that. You need to kind of really realize that, because of like what I just explained to you, that maybe and most likely you are underestimating the effect, the cause of this discomfort, and you are most of all underestimating the actual discomfort. Let's say you would stop doing all the coping things, you would actually feel the harm that this thing is doing, then the actual problem. However, remember, let's say you stop coping, you're going to feel the effect, the negative effect of this thing, very increased, disproportionate maybe even. So that's dangerous. Let's say suddenly, guys, and this is something you need to hear maybe, let's say you're addicted to a substance, or somebody who's addicted to a substance, and suddenly they can't get to that substance anymore, or to alcohol, or to other people, it could be any addiction. Suddenly they can't do that anymore. The perceived negativity or the perceived pain, the perceived discomfort is going to be larger than what actually is. So that explains why why we react so strongly when people take away our crutches. Because we actually feel the pain a lot more than it is. It's not just like, oh, now it's just a bummer. No, now it's like a panic and a feeling that seems to. It's already something we're trying to cope with, and then suddenly it becomes worse, and we're trying to run away from that as much as possible. So we panic, and also we may see the damaging factor. A lot more accountable than it is, or we may even accuse it of doing. I don't know. We just lose our head here. This is a very we react very emotionally, maybe to. We just have to remember that then the perceived, or let's say you stop using things you used to cope with, and you become super depressed. It's normal. You need to, and that's difficult because I know that. Let's say you quit smoking. And the next days, you're trying to do it, and maybe in a week, you just kind of feel bummed out, you're irritated, you're angry, maybe at people around you. You're so fucking angry. You have had it officially. Oftentimes, you're forgetting that if you could just say hey, buddy, you just quit smoking a week ago. And it's oh, that's why I want to kill everybody. It's not them, it's really me. It's I'm hypersensitive right now, Things to be aware of. I feel like I lost my train of thought a little bit. Oh, damn it, she keeps being such a missing. Okay, I think that kind of covered a lot of the bases I want to say. Somehow that was a lot of food for thought, I think. It's more of understanding the mechanisms better, maybe taking a more sharper look at where maybe you're coping that you didn't realize, or that it's worse than it is maybe, or that you need to, take it more seriously than you have been, because it's oh, we all have a little pain in the morning in our back, or we're all tired, and we're all, it's normal to be stressed, but after a while, you're actually, your body is deteriorating, you're getting ulcers, your skin is getting worse, your quality of life gets worse, and because you constantly are saying well, it's normal, we all have to do it. And that's a bit of society, a lot of places is, this coping has become normal. The fast food, being tired, being vitamin D deficient, having emotional troubles like being depressed. It's we all have to deal with our shit, right? And everything in society is sort of feeding into that. There are all these things to give us instant gratification, make us feel a bit better, to TV, to play that plays into that. It's a lot more than you think, and it's not. That doesn't mean that TV is the problem. Then it means that we're all maybe because of this underestimating that maybe a lot of society is not as healthy as it should be, maybe. Sharp words are spoken. They weren't that sharp. I can do better. Group 3, that was it. Thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe if you think anybody would benefit from this message. And I hope to see you around. Please write in the comments if you have reactions or something to add to this, maybe in your story it's a bit different, or maybe I'm overlooking aspects here that are pretty important, because I can imagine that you can say, yeah, this is all fine and well, but could be a lot more complex than this. All respect for that. However, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking here about the coping of it. So we're trying to manage our drugs better. So understand, just taking a bit sharper look at this, becoming more aware of, and that's a good tip here when you're using, always state your intention, and this could help you with that. If you become smarter in stating your intention, you will see amazing results. If you say hey, I'm going to drink tonight because I feel, and instead of just saying I just want to feel better, you're saying I'm going to drink tonight because God damn it, this and this is really hurting me, and It's really painful, and I just need right now to, but I want to, and you know what? Intentions. Zorro means fox, by the way. I learned that. That's an extra fact for you, Group 3. Have a nice day. Bye. Hello, Group 4. Hold on. Okay, I went straight from Group 3 to here. Because I'm tired now, because there were longer messages than I thought. Sorry for the knee, I need to stretch. And because when I saw the cards, I was like, oh, this seems really good. And then the voice said, it is. And then the cat started attacking me. I think it's hungry again, but it can be. I've now eaten a lot. A lot. Big tiger, yes. Big tiger. Okay. So, how am I going to show you your cards now? I don't know. So, I want to show you the full card here first, because that's what I react on. We got the full here, but like, I'm always skeptical with a full card. Could be a lot of things. But then above that was the Chariot, our Andras card. And I like the little color here, which is cool, because like most of these cards are black and white, and now we have colors. I mean, just only the red here and there. This owl chopping its head off, it's really cool. It's so cool. Look, for a Chariot, sort of an owl chopping its head off. It's like, stop using the periscope, stop planning, go. It's go time, it's go time. Sower of discord, slayer of men. Okay, you feel me? Slay queen. Oh, sorry, he's the slayer of men. So Chariot go, so that's really positive. And I was like, ooh-wee. Ooh, and we're gonna take a stone. Just, that's a good idea. Okay, and then I got the star. Can cause love or hate, can make one ignorant and without sense, delivers familiars from other magicians, can move from one place to place. That's weird, right? Gap, the star. Now, but when you read the text, it doesn't seem positive. It can cause love or hate, okay? Can make one ignorant and without sense. So I'm guessing here, that's what I'm sort of focusing on. So you coming out of a block, you're coming out of ignorance or senselessness. You may be snapping out of something. And I kind of get the like you know, like for people who are more spiritual and more into witchcraft or other stuff, it feels like curses from other people, like maybe ghosts or your own shadows or something stuck, attachments, cords you needed to cut, all that kind of fun stuff. That's sort of what I'm getting here. And then also with like the clarifying this Two of Wands, our Hirschaft, Aries card. What? Oh, yeah, I keep it both. Because I always do that sort of defensiveness card, like you're standing there and looking at it. But in the beginning, when I started to learn to read tarot, because of some of the decks I had, it had these drums on them, I think, or these sticks. And I always, the explanation I always used was the universe giving you the sticks, or you're holding the sticks. Like, do something with it. You're having these sticks, like the drumsticks, and you think like, what shall I do with this? That's where you're at. Or upside down is like the universe saying like, here, try this. So that's also like a go card here. And this is the letting go of restraint. Huh. Oh, okay, come on. I can't make this up. Look how this full card, this tiger is attacking his leg and attacking him. That just happened, right? And this orange is matching my sweater. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. It's go time. Chariot. But what is the message here? Because you're addicted, right? Stop being so afraid of that. Stop holding back. Stop being such a pussy. Stop overthinking this. Stop distrusting yourself. Just have fun. Go. It's not as bad as you think. that's a message for sure. And I also have it in more of my own experience when I'm okay. Get out of what you think is the correct way of this should be, or how society sees it, or how. Okay, let's say there seems to be this general idea of the normal way is, of course, not to use drugs, and like in most countries, yes, of course, alcohol, but of course not too much, and not before 6 and every day. There are arbitrary rules that define if your behavior is okay or not. And the problem is that we're using those nonsensical rules to define when we're crossing the line or not. And it's not even a them problem, it's a you problem. You're doing this. You need to think about what standards am I using to decide when something is a problem for me or when it isn't. What is the standard for me? Okay, so before you judge yourself, before you say like, oh, I'm an addict, I'm the worst, I'm terrible for doing this is bad. Why? Like, what definition are you using? Because, and I can tell you, I've worked in addiction clinics. I've had enough experience with that. Is that from biting me? Oh, yeah, it's from something else, I think. I saw a lot of patients where I had to say, because I see the patients that I admitted or that I would treat, I see bad things. I see people who are completely off track and are really thinks this thing is out of control, or it's damaging them, or it is a huge systematic problem that really needs to be looked at. Usually that. But also a lot of times I would get these people on for a consultation, and I would say like, your problem is not that you smoke a joint once in a while, or sometimes I would even advise you not to stop doing that, or I advise you not to quit coping and look at the problem first. And a lot of times I would say like, the problem is not as bad as you think, because they would think, oh, I'm bad for doing this, or they think I'm an addict. I can't stop drinking my glass of wine every evening, and my wife really wants me to, and I can't. And that's a lot of times I got this cute story about this old couple, and then he has to stop drinking the wine from his doctor or something, and then he can't, and then he starts sneaking around in the garage hiding the wine bottles, and his wife finds out, and it's a huge fight because he's an addict, and how can they ever go to their friends when my husband's an addict? And then I have to sit down to this couple and say like, that's not an addiction, or that's not a bad addiction here, that's not the problem. And usually looking at like, just giving this man a couple of conversations and talking about, what does this wine mean to you? What does this represent to you? Why is this so important to you? And then one example that I had was, the story that came out was this guy, just like in a lot of things, it's like that wine or that drinking was about hanging with his friends and was about being a part of the gang. And he would go fishing with them, and they would enjoy their beers. Or they would go every year on a trip together to Spain, and it would be the highlight of their year. And they would drink together and have fun. And he felt silly for saying, I can't drink anymore. He felt bad. He felt like he was gonna miss out on all the fun, and that he would be, sort of not part of the group anymore, and that the fishing would be weird, or that he wouldn't want to go. Like something, there was all this stuff behind that. And the moment he was talking about this, the moment he could quit drinking, that was the problem. He was like, I'm fine. Fine, I'll quit drinking. Because it's not he wasn't addicted in the the way that you get detox, like your body detoxes, or you get heavy withdrawal symptoms, or you get extreme emotional disbalances. He just became depressed if he didn't have his glass of wine. And there was stuff behind that, because it had more to do with his prospects of the future. We discussed in our group. So all that story to say here, there's this they wanted me to look in the box here, treasure chest. No. This is what I noticed, the sun. I mean, this is a sunstone for me. This, I think it's called a sunstone, right? Orange. Ooh, I hope you can see the shines in here. Go. Stop gaping at it. Stop fussing over it. There's something about that here. It's where you're like, you're maybe a bit stuck in not even fixing the problem or not doing anything, just sort of doing it and being concerned about it and blaming yourself. And also, one thing I always say to people or to my patients is, again, intention. State your intention before you use anything, even food. You say, I want this to have this effect on me, period. What was the first thing I was saying? I forgot again. Wow, I'm really blacking out. And it's gone. Stop gaping at it. Stop. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. That's the advice. It's like before you use it, if you decide to use it, if you say, I want to use this and I want to have that effect and I'm going to use it, then, or you drink, or you do whatever, or you go shopping, whatever your addiction is, you do it, enjoy it. Please enjoy it. Like fully, like have fun, get out of it what you can. That was the intention, that was the purpose, that's the reason you're doing it. If you fuck that up by blaming yourself all the way and saying, oh, I shouldn't have done this, this is bad for me, blah, 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 you're ruining it. You're ruining the experience, so you don't have the positives and you have the negatives. That's how you shoot yourself in the foot. So that's how you're like doubling down on your shit here. So when you decide to use it, have fun. That doesn't mean you're ignoring that this has a bad effect. It means that you're just sort of saying, I choose to do this. That's taking control, and you will see that has a big effect. That's an effect I give smokers a lot. It's like people who want to quit smoking and they don't smoke that much, like not like 10 a day or less. I would say before every cigarette you light, just ask the question, do I want to smoke this cigarette right now? Will it taste good? And if your answer is, yeah, I think, then have that cigarette. Enjoy. But enjoy. Do not stand there smoking like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. This is so bad for me. Oh, I should quit. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it stinks. No, enjoy. Be like, fuck yeah. Have fun with it. However, you will find that a lot of those times when you were asking, do I really want this? There are going to be times that you're like, actually, no. Like, it wouldn't taste well, or I actually don't even have the time, or I'm just, I'm just not in the mood, something. And you're just not going to do it. Just because you asked the question, hey, do I really want to do this? And also, you're going to see that if you do it and you just enjoy it and have fun with it, that negotiation is going to become a lot more easier because you trust yourself now. Because like, hey, if I want to smoke, this guy's going to let me smoke. That's no problem, and I can enjoy it. So that when he asks me not to smoke, I can be fine with it more because when I want it, I can get it. So you get a better negotiation in yourself somehow. So for everybody who wants a cigarette right now, you're welcome. Enjoy it. And go. Okay, and that was sort of the message I got in the beginning, in the first sense, is maybe right now you're a bit you're just going through the motions day by day, and you don't realize that there's a go sign. Like, you're not addicted per se, it's more like you're bored and you're keeping yourself busy. And this is kind of the sign to say like, come on, it's look around. There's no reason to be this bored. Get yourself busy, it's go time. Somewhere in that sense, especially the part where you're using it to be bored. And hey, if you're there and you say like, yeah, I am using it to be bored, and I am bored and I have no idea what to do, or I can't do these things that I want to do, that's fine. But again, once you see the circle, you step out of it and you'll adjust, you'll become better at it. Because once you see that you're doing this out of boredom, even doing small things to cope become also boring. So never underestimate what subconsciously these things do to you. So the moment you just see the pattern, let's say like, oh, I'm coping because I'm bored, subconsciously you're figuring it out already. You're moving things around. You're working on it. How can I make it more fun? Okay, you're gonna be scanning more to see more prospects because you realized you're bored and you're not focusing on, oh, I'm an addict and this is why I'm stuck and this is why things can't move on and this is that and I should stop doing this and to stop doing that. It's like, no, you're just bored. It's fine, but it's time to take a bit of let's jump in this, start something new. Break the energy, break the pattern a little bit. You're just bored, and redirection. And there's this strong message here of like, even when if you're there, this is kind of the sign that's like, I know you've been there. It's gonna change. It's a changing, and you need to get that full energy on. And that's kind of asking you. It's not to be super light, like perfectly lighthearted. It is saying like, let go of all this self-blame and this judgment and this trial you're having if this is bad and if this is good and you shouldn't be doing this, and first you need to be like you should have stopped smoking and this and be eating healthy. No, it's more saying, can you stop concerning yourself about these stupid things and focus on where the lights go on, where the fire burns. Like the Fool is saying, like, no, like, can you stop that drama llama stuff you're doing? We got something cool here, and the cool thing, it will be there. I promise. Yeah, report. That was it. Like, share, and subscribe, and have a very wonderful day. See you around. Bye.